My father was a Cossack. My mother, a large yak driver. I was born into a time of turmoil into the Caucasus. At the old age of 12, as I was shaving my massive chest hairs, I decided that I would join the rebellion led by Peter Me Butt Smells. At the age of 14, an old man in Caucasus standards, I stabbed Peter in his kidneys for rationing the candy supply. Thus I took over the newly formed region known as Armenistan, after killing many Russian and Chechenian in yak stampedes. But all of that is over, and our country is beautiful. And here is why. See here, this is us, this map here. It's a little old, but trust you me, we control this whole region. Now, you see, Armenistan is a fasci-communal feudalism. Basically, whatever I and my underlings decide would be cool during a night of heavy drinking becomes law. Reforms to these laws are called hangovers. To keep a nation that was entire ex-Russian Caucasus intact and working, we need a highly skilled team of professional individuals on a committee that can work together. Our many secretaries, subsecretaries, ministers, sub-ministers, admirals, general admirals of admirals who are general, keep this country moving forward. This is Ladna, Secretary General of Women's Suffrage. We don't have that. Get her out of here. Here we have Admiral Dirtman, Minister of the Miscellaneous Department of Armenistan. Here is unnamed local village idiot. Here we have friendly lost Russian soldier. Here is beautiful and bearded Miss Armenistan 2015. Yay! Smile for the camera, dear. Bag her and get her out of here. Hello, my name is Premier Cameraman, get out of the way. You're in the shot. Look, you're in the projector. It's all right. As I was. Today we're going to get indoctrinated, which is a good word. I like the red here on our flag. Very symbolic. It represents the blood of orphans that we have sacrificed to the great god Cthulhu in order for our nation to be successful. The blue here represents male superiority, since they can do the driving and the voting and all the other things. And then we have the yellow. It means hazardous, because 75% of our country is radioactive. Isn't that fun? And then we have the green triangle, which represents the Illuminati, because we love large global orators and we want to ascend ourselves. Like the one on the dollar, yes? And then we have Black Eagle, mainly because he is like cooler than most other eagles. And also we don't discriminate, or at least we don't have the suggested demographic here to discriminate against. It's not cool. This is prime example of Armenistanian development. This man over here is chopping wood to make handle for axe so that he can chop more wood. That is progress. His shirt is off, you see, because it is very, very hot. 33 degrees Fahrenheit out. Oh, I can feel the humidity through my goat fur loincloth. In news, there is much argue as to whether we can maintain our sovereignty as nation or not. I assure you, the Russians are not going to come into here like they did in Ukraine. Hello?
Hello, comrade. Would you be willing to point me back to Moscow? I am lost.
Oh, I heard your state media said that. Moscow is back that way.
Thank you.
As I was before directing a friendly Russian soldier common to us here, we maintain sovereignty very well. No Russian presence at all, except for the lost ones. And then they're just fine. They're probably not going to stay very long. This is proper example of Armenistanian convenience and public infrastructure. Both our water source and the latrines are one and the same. Many puddles like this spread throughout the country that may or may not also be irradiated or infected with ghost droppings are what keep this country breathing. And half the time is what kills the populace too. See, Armenistan has roads like this. Very, very simple. We do not need signs or anything like that because we are responsible. We don't let the woman drive. What is wrong with you, sir?
I drink from the puddles.
Might I add that the puddles are dual purpose? Are you weak, woman? Do you want strong man to exercise your previous and tiring rights for you? Come no further than Armenistan.
where a man can name you his wife on sight, after a gladiatorial bear fight, of course, and continue to beat you into the role of the Armenistanian woman. You no longer need to endanger the entire populace by driving, or starve your household with a lack of sandwiches. We even have government-issue muzzles to protect fragile male ears.
This is an example of strong state and public infrastructure. This is our propaganda studio. State media room. This is our hard worker, only one employee here. We also have a bathroom for him. Is that not beautiful? Only computer in country as well, did I mention? We only work this one employee. Great worker. Only 90 hours a week. Isn't that great? Artyomik, stop looking at naughty pictures on the interwebs, please! You haven't... Fight me. I killed grizzly bear twice your size. I don't need to wash my hands. Hey, how you doing? I was just expending the excess food that we have in our country because we don't have a food shortage. Because CNN is lying. As I was saying, our country is filled with resources since it is the Russian Caucasus. We have wood. We have different wood. We have other kind of wood. Wood in different shades and plenty of shirtless men to harvest it and use its potential. Oh, hello there. I didn't notice you were rolling over the sound of our lack of a food shortage. You see, normally Armenistan would sell beets, specifically beets by dray, but unfortunately UN terms like irradiated make it so that we cannot export them. So instead we take all of this 100% all-natural pumpkin spice and we just eat this. This is the staple food of Armenistan now. We buy it in quantities and sell it in large quantities. And it is good. I like it. Remember Armestinian woman? Neither did I until my editor brought her up. Here is her in their natural habitat performing non-bedroom house duties. Making sandwich for man. Providing sustenance for family. Being quiet. Let's see how she did. It is good! Now, Armestinian woman. Besides not being able to drive, they're also very beautiful and robust. Perfect combination. It is due to the heavy government standardizing we do. Or as the UN calls it, ethnic cleansing. I'm assuming that because the word cleansing is in it, and everybody's talking about it, that everybody really like. I really like too. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way we get our women to be as so docile as they are, like yaks without food. One of the other things that keeps our economy going is selling plenty of ex-Soviet weapons to all sorts of different tribes and religious sects in the area so they can wipe each other, stabilize themselves, and protect their children.
You call yourself Admiral General? But you do not even have one canoe built? Ah!
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just talking to my staff. You see, ever since the Great Yak War of 43, we've been kind of out of military age gentlemen. This also includes the issue of radiation and other things that keep people from fitting the standards. We have a lot of women wanting to join, but what are we going to do with women? Like, with guns or anything more, like, complicated than a spork? It's preposterous. So as of right now, the only soldiers here are lost Russian ones. 535! 536! 537! Oh, that is a good place to leave off for now. Oh, as you can see, Armenistan is as strong as its premier, and we will not have to deal with any issues of sovereignty, food crises, or women's suffrage, whatever that is. Oh look, there's friendly Russian soldier now.
It's property of Putin now. Where were we? Ah, yes. 538, 539, 540, 541, 542, 543. Beach and vodka for everyone!